Hello, everyone out there. Welcome back to Apocalypse Movies, another episode of See It, Skip It, Save It. I'm Keith, this is Brian. We're talking about Spider-Man Far From Home. I almost said Homecoming.
Oh yeah, I know you're liking that Homecoming.
Spider-Man Far From Home. See it, skip it, save it. Brian, what do you think? Just off the top of your head.
Loved it.
Yeah,
absolutely loved it.
It's really good. So it's the latest introduction to Spider-Man, and we're picking up right after ENDGAME again, so everybody's curious to see what's going to happen there. So we're going to tell you if you should see it, skip it, or save it.
So for me, I'm obviously see it. It is one of those movies that you definitely want to see in theaters, just like every other Marvel movie. But the amount of action and special effects and everything that you get from this movie, it is definitely one of those ones that you want to check out in theaters.
All right, so right out of the gate, I'm just going to tell you, obviously it's Spider-Man, it's the MCU, so we're going to tell you to see it.
So the first thing is the follow-up of a movie, the first Marvel movie after Avengers Endgame.
Picks up, as pretty minor spoiler, it picks up 8 months after the events of Avengers Endgame, and we get to really see, it's a great way to see how the world, or at least how New York is responding to everything that happened, not only in Infinity War, but everything that happened after that.
Spider-Man is, in my opinion, the only character that should have a movie that followed directly after Avengers Endgame, because he is the perfect character to follow up that movie.
And we get to see what a lot of characters have done, were doing during the snap, and right after the snap when everyone came back, and how they handled that.
He obviously had the most important relationship with Tony Stark at this point in the Marvel Universe.
Everyone was wondering why all these students are going to be back in high school 5 years later. They explain it right out of the gate.
It meant the most for him to have the movie directly following Avengers Endgame.
I think using Spider-Man and this New York setting and all these kids, it's a great way to reintroduce the world back and show the effects of everything that happened with Thanos and the snap and everything that happened there.
If it would have been someone else, like let's say Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, whoever, it kind of would have maybe lost a little bit of that emotional tie still that you're feeling from Avengers Endgame.
And so my number one reason is it's a perfect follow-up with these guys, more grounded, earthly response and follow-up to see everything that happened in Avengers Endgame.
Another thing that is absolutely fantastic about this movie is the character development and the relationship of MJ and Peter Parker.
Now, we knew her in Homecoming as Michelle, played by Zendaya, played wonderfully by Zendaya as well. We knew her as Michelle. I think her name is Michelle Jones. She's not Mary Jane Watson, although I kind of think she should have. They should have just made her Mary Jane Watson, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She just call her MJ.
The two characters are hilarious, and this version of MJ is, I was iffy with it at first, but now I absolutely love it.
Even though she's not Mary Jane, but you get the flavor of the Peter and MJ relationship, and you see the sparks going between them.
I questioned whether or not she always kind of seemed to be like that sultry, seductress type MJ character.
I was curious to see how exactly they would pick it up, because you saw it right at the end of Homecoming, where she definitely has a little bit of a thing for him.
I'm liking not that approach from this one, and kind of just this dork, nerdy, smart, but she still has the classic MJ characteristics.
It doesn't matter. It works. She's great. They're very adorable together. You see the little moments of them trying to figure out how to tell her how he feels, and stuff keeps getting in the way, obviously, because he's Spider-Man. That's what happens to him.
Peter Parker obviously is played fantastically by Tom Holland.
It's really, really done very well, and two actors really work really well together, Tom Holland and Zendaya, as Peter and MJ.
Just seeing them slowly growing as characters and connecting on the screen, it makes me really excited to see where they're going to go in the future with these two characters.
So that's the other reason, second reason to see Spider-Man Far From Home, is the relationship between Peter and MJ.
So without a doubt, these two post-credit scenes might be either the most important and best post-credit scenes that we have seen in the whole entire MCU.
The first one, the mid-credit scene, is big. We're not going to get specific, but it's something that is like, wow, it's really big. It affects the MCU, but it affects the character of Peter Parker / Spider-Man as well.
The mid-credit scene is by far probably the most important mid-credit scene, post-credit scene in all of the MCU. It drops an absolute bomb.
It's something that has not happened in any of the, even outside of the MCU, any of the Spider-Man films. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this affects him.
I have yet to, other than Avengers Endgame in certain scenes, get up and like cheer or scream out loud.
Post-credit scene is the other one, and it's really funny, but it also reveals a lot about what's been happening.
There's a part in that mid-credit scene that just absolutely made me lose my mind that I'm so excited about.
It involves some people that we've maybe seen in some previous movies, even earlier this year.
And then the post-credit scene, it's setting up a lot moving forward and giving potential that it could develop into something that leads to the future of the MCU.
It's a funny scene, but at the same time, it's very interesting. Like, so they're around, huh? I didn't know that.
There are very, very big, not consequences, but very big outcomes that could come from both of these scenes.
For me, it was the biggest, most exciting thing about Spider-Man Far From Home, the mid and post-credit scene. The movie's great, I'm not saying that, but you should definitely stay to the end, and these are two of the biggest mid and post-credit scenes that Marvel's done.
All right, so that is our See It, Save It, Skip It for the obviously fantastic Spider-Man Far From Home. Obviously, we were both see it. It is one of my personal favorite Marvel movies that has come out in the recent years. Best Spider-Man movie for me. I don't know about you. You love yourself some Homecoming.
I love Homecoming. I love Into the Spider-Verse. It's the best Spider-Man movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
I think I said on social media, on Facebook, they managed to make 3 good Spider-Man movies in a row.
They're killing. Sony is killing it right now with their Spider-Man. But yeah, so that's our reaction to the Spider-Man Far From Home. Whether we should see it, save it, or skip it. Go ahead and comment below whether you agree with us. Hit that subscribe and or like. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Hey everyone, Jacob Bartley here. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out something similar from Apocalypse Movies, click this video up here. If you want something a little bit different, check out this video down here. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to Apocalypse Movies and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.